Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, this is Santosh Pothraju. Today we are in the last part of this application development to the deployment. To be honest, this is a little advanced concept because so far whatever we learned, those are really good for the lab environment, but there are some problems I would like to highlight. And that's one of the things what we skipped in the GitHub Actions. For the demo purpose, I create another advanced branch. So if you come here, you will see another advanced branch. But before we go to the coding part, I would like to explain what is that and how that will work. So the very first problem, what we have done so far using GitHub Actions is, let's say I'm writing some Java Python code, right? So once we complete the coding part, we are committing to the GitHub, right? So this is GitHub, and then immediately Actions is going to publish the image to the Docker hub, right? So here I have the CI integration, and this CI integration is taking care of publishing that image to the Docker Hub by reading the source code on the GitHub. So the real problem is whoever writing the code on our personal laptops. So we may commit the changes very often to the GitHub, but we really don't need to create the image all the time. So because creating the image that comes with a lot of computation, and it may associate with some cost factors as well. But usually when we create the Docker image, right, under the CI process, whenever we completed the application coding, it's like a complete coding. And then when we thoroughly tested that code on the local environment, during that time, we are going to create the image, and then we are going to publish it to the Docker Hub. So in the real life, we will have something like this on the GitHub side. So we will have the main branch, and then let's say we have three bugs, like three bugs, and each bug is going to have some dedicated branches. So this branch called the fix one is actually working on the bug fix one. And this branch, like a fix two, is actually the active work going on related to the bug two. And this may be related to the bug three. So let's say one engineer is working on the fix one. By end of the day, he will commit all the changes to the fix one. It doesn't mean that we have to create the CI, we have to wake up the CI to create the Docker image, right? So ideally, let's say here, if we take 1 or 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks to resolve this particular bug, but we are not going to leave this fix one branch without having any commits. Meaning, on daily basis, we will do a lot of commits on the fix one, but these are not supposed to create any Docker images for us. So ideal way, we will work on this fix one, but we will continuously update our fix one branch with our local repository. Let's say after 2 weeks, we have completely tested fix one on our repository. Then what we do is we will merge this fix one into the main branch. So whenever we merge that main branch, whenever we merge our code into the main branch, then the real test will happen like, okay, so we have the main branch updated. So let's go ahead and do all the testing. And once all the tests are thoroughly tested, and then we are going to have something like a release management. So within this release management, we are going to release some versions like version 1.0.0. Let's say my main branch is up to date, and this fixed one is completely tested, and now this main branch is also thoroughly tested. Then we have the this release version. So whenever we made a release version to the main branch, that time we are going to tell GitHub Actions to create the Docker image for the production deployment. So how we can achieve this goal? Let's take this as a small example scenario and how we can achieve this goal. So to do this, GitHub Actions has rich plugins and rich support, and that we can do by adding this particular section right here. So instead of on push, if we comment out on push, that means we are going to disable waking up GitHub Actions on every single commit. Instead of that, we are telling GitHub Actions to wake up and create the or perform all these actions whenever we have one release published. So this is what we are going to do. In fact, we instead of we hard code this particular Docker tag right here, we can also use the GitHub variables, especially GitHub Actions variables, so that whenever we wake up this particular GitHub Actions, then it is going to use the whatever the release tag we are giving on the GitHub side, so that in future, if we need to cross-relate, like if you know the what is the tag or whatever the that reference release name we are using, And by using that, we can correlate like, okay, this is the Docker image and this is the tag, and this is the appropriate the source code for that particular Docker image. So it would make our life very, very easy. But instead of I solve this particular reference variable, I would like to leave this as an open question. But I'm gonna give one question and choose the answers on the screen. If you know what is the right reference and name right there, you can also comment that below. But I'm going to give you some hints like where you can look up those variables, right? So if you go to the GitHub Actions documentation, there is a section called variable references. That should be right here, variables. And here you can see tons of variables. So you can use all these variables to prepare your GitHub Actions workflow as the real template, meaning once you write the template and you can reuse the template for any of the project. Instead of you rewrite again and again, you can prepare one nice template, and then you don't have to change anything. You just have to copy the template to any other GitHub repositories. And then once you commit your changes, once you release the code with some reference name or the tag, release tag, and automatically the Docker image will start using that particular release name over there for as the Docker tag. So that's the whole idea. But yeah, I will leave that as an open question for now. But here, for the demo purpose, I'm going to make this as 107, and then let's review if we are ready to make that commit. So it looks good to me. Now let's go ahead and make this commit to our. Oh, actually, this has to go to the main branch and advanced, right? Okay, this went to the main branch. Okay, that's fine. Anyhow, now we know the what is the concept, right? So now let's go ahead and check out if we have any actions going on or not. It looks like we don't have any actions right now, but if I go to the source code and let's look at that workflow. Okay, now this set to the on release type published. And let's also verify the what is the Docker tag. It's a 107. Okay, now let's go to the Docker hub and let's refresh this page and let's take a look at the tags. Okay, right now we have 105. So ideally what should happen is if we use on push, that means the Docker the GitHub Actions is going to execute these jobs, and then the source code, I mean the Docker image, supposed to be updated with the same tag, but we will see the latest timestamp. I believe this one. So this is published around 9 minutes back. But now, since we made the change to the Docker tag, now ideally it's supposed to create the new tag. Let's go ahead and do that. So after these changes, to wake up the GitHub Actions, we have to publish the release. That we can do by drafting a new release. And here under the tags, choose 107 and generate the tag right there. And for any reason, if you don't have any tags here, you can type and then click on create. That is going to create that Docker tag. For example, 108, right? So if I click on this particular 108, then this Docker tag is going to be created, and then it will use the tag for the release management. And this tag is only for the release management. And since we have 107 on the this particular file right here, since we, ouch, let's switch it to the main branch. And since we have same version here, 107, my Docker image is also going to have the same version, which is 107. Okay, now let's go ahead and draft this release, uh, release name, publish, going on, page, not sure what's going on. Okay, anyway, first case we can redo. Okay, I don't have any draft. Okay, let's go ahead and do it one more time. Choose 107, generate release notes, and click on publish. Now I have a 107. If I go to the actions, not exactly sure what's going on here, but ideally this config file supposed to work. There is nothing wrong in this particular config file, but feel free to give a try on your GitHub. Maybe I hit some limit because I have some other private repositories as well. I'm just continuously using the GitHub Actions. Maybe I might have hit some of the limits, not sure, but I don't see any error, but somehow the Actions is not waking up. But just to recap, in this video, we gone through some of the real practices. And during this entire video series, I hope you got very good understanding on how we develop the application, for example, Django application, like a Hello World type of application. And once we have one custom application development code is ready, how we can use the GitHub Actions as a CI process, and how we can use the Argo CD for the CD process. I hope this video series is going to give you very good understanding on the complete picture of CI/CD. But if you like this video, if you watch this entire series, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. And the best way to reward this video is share this channel with your friends. And if I have any mistakes in this video course, please excuse me for time being, because this is my first ever YouTube video series. Maybe I have made some mistakes, and this is still learning curve for me. But moving forward, we are going to post tons of tutorials. If you are interested in something else, please comment them. I will try to make videos on those subjects as well. Thank you. Bye. See you in the next video series.